A single dad waiter saved a young woman in the rain. Days later, his daughter recognized her on TV. Rain poured relentlessly over the quiet city streets, turning the sidewalks into mirrors reflecting flickering neon signs. A young woman, soaked to the bone and shivering, stumbled under the harsh downpour, her umbrella long broken by the wind. She looked lost, vulnerable, and exhausted, her face etched with a mix of fear and despair. On the corner of the street, a single dad waiter named Daniel spotted her struggling. He had just finished his late shift at a small downtown diner, his apron still clinging damply to his back, and his tired eyes locked on hers. Without hesitation, he ran across the wet street, his worn shoes splashing in puddles, and gently guided her under the awning of a nearby cafe. He offered her his spare coat, hands trembling slightly from the chill and exhaustion, but more from the instinctive need to protect someone in distress. If you believe in kindness and second chances, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel KH Stories, because moments like these remind us of the human heart's resilience. Daniel's life had been anything but easy. After his wife passed away 5 years ago, he had devoted himself entirely to raising his daughter, Lily, who was now 8. Every day was a delicate balance of night shifts, school drop-offs, and hurried breakfasts. Money was always tight, but Daniel believed that love, attention, and guidance mattered far more than anything he could buy. That night, after helping the young woman out of the rain and ensuring she was safe inside the cafe, he thought little of it. He returned home, weary and soaked, finding solace only in Lily's small hand clutching his as they walked inside their tiny apartment. The young woman, whose name was Claire, left the cafe quietly, too flustered and embarrassed by her sudden encounter to express proper gratitude. But in the days that followed, Daniel couldn't shake the image of her anxious eyes and trembling form. He wondered if she had somewhere warm to go, if she had someone looking out for her. Meanwhile, life went on. He returned to his shifts, and Lily continued to charm and exhaust him in equal measure. 3 days later, Daniel's routine morning was interrupted when Lily jumped onto the couch, pointing at the television screen with excited disbelief. Claire, the same young woman Daniel had helped in the rain, appeared on the evening news. She had been recognized for her volunteer work in the aftermath of a local flood, organizing relief supplies for families displaced by the storm. Lily's small voice trembled as she asked, "Daddy, is that the lady you helped in the rain?" Daniel's heart skipped a beat. He hadn't known her name until now, hadn't realized the impact of that brief act of kindness. Watching her speak on TV, confident and radiant despite the rain-soaked encounter, Daniel felt an overwhelming sense of pride, not in himself, but in the simple human connection that had been forged without expectation or reward. The story began to spread online. Viewers praised Claire's humanitarian work, but Daniel noticed the subtle ways life had begun to reward even quiet, unnoticed kindness. His co-workers teased him gently about being a real-life hero, and strangers offered words of encouragement when they learned about the story. But more than that, Lily's eyes sparkled with renewed admiration for her father, seeing in him the strength and compassion that defined not only his work ethic, but his soul. Daniel realized that the smallest gestures, taking a coat, offering shelter, extending a hand, could ripple far beyond the moment. Weeks passed, and Daniel's interactions with Claire remained brief but meaningful. She tracked him down through the cafe's social media page, insisting on a proper thank you. When they finally met at the diner, there was a quiet understanding between them, a recognition of shared humanity that didn't require elaborate explanations. Claire's smile, full of gratitude, was enough to remind Daniel why every struggle, every sleepless night, and every sacrifice had been worthwhile. He felt hope for the first time in years that life could surprise him with moments of connection that transcended circumstance. Through this experience, Daniel also taught Lily a powerful lesson about empathy, resilience, and the beauty of selflessness. Together, they realized that helping someone in need didn't always guarantee recognition, but it could change lives in ways that mattered far more than fame or fortune. Claire's story on TV became more than a news segment. It became a testament to the invisible threads that bind people together, even in the harshest storms. As the camera pans to Daniel and Lily sitting together in their modest living room, wrapped in blankets and sipping warm cocoa, the lesson is clear. Sometimes, the simplest acts of kindness can lead to the most extraordinary outcomes. Life is unpredictable, and the connections we forge, even in passing, can echo in ways we never imagine. If this story touched your heart, please engage with the video, like, comment, and share it to remind others that compassion can change lives. Before we end, leave a comment telling us about a time you witnessed or experienced unexpected kindness. Your story could inspire someone today. In a world that often feels rushed and indifferent, Daniel's quiet heroism is proof that courage and empathy can shine brightest in the smallest moments. This version is cinematic, emotional, and ideal for a YouTube audience, complete with 2 calls to action and a special viewer engagement request.